Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Chris here. We are looking ahead to today's very nice slate for the WNBA for Fanduel for Friday, August the 15th. Hopefully, you guys all been having a pretty good week so far. As you see, we have a pretty nice slate coming up. Been busy for the last couple days. Sorry, I have not been able to do a video. A lot of things been going on that that I've been doing. The other day, we went and saw the meteor shower. I don't know if you guys caught that at all. But that was absolutely fantastic. Definitely worth it if you guys are watching it. So, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get into it today. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. We do WNBA, NFL, and NBA, and also some MLB. So, mostly all the main sports. We do FanDuel advice videos for and breaking down every single slate. We also do price picks for MLB, WNBA, NBA, and NFL as well. And we will have a video up for that. And like I said, that is all free. So definitely check out that Prize Picks video for WNBA coming up here in just a little bit. So yeah, but that's mostly it. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you guys can like the video, leave a like. We also have our NFL premium going on. We have the NFL preseason going on. It's only $15 for the rest of the preseason, and we do have games today and games tomorrow. So if you guys want to get in on an NFL preseason, that's for FanDuel, $15. You get two lineups per day for each slate. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So not too bad. And then, like I said, we do have NBA coming up. The schedule just got announced, but that's obviously not until October. But we do have our season pass for that, and it's going to be very, very cheap this year. So if you guys are interested in that, check us out on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link, and we'll get you guys all set up on our premium. All right, with all that being said, let's go get into it. We have Golden State Valkyries taking on Chicago. We have a 148 and a 7.5. So they're not expecting a lot. These are two of the slowest teams in the entire league. We have to see if Ariel Atkins is playing. I mean, overall, I think everyone's kind of priced where they should be. It's a 148, so you guys got to remember that. So and there's a ton of games out there today, so I think this might be a full fade. If you're doing some GPPs, I mean, I could see looking at Cecilia if you want to at 5,600. She's still priced half decent, and her usage rate has gone up the last couple games, so I don't mind looking at Cecilia only in GPPs. Same thing with Elizabeth Williams, more of an all right option at this point, especially with her price tag. So if anyone, I guess Cecilia, but I'm just I'm not too into this game, so I will probably pass, and I would recommend you guys mostly do that as well, unless I'm missing something. Moving on to the next game. This is probably one of the better games of the day, especially with the total. We got the LA Sparks taking on the Dallas Wings with a 177, pretty massive total, with only a 5.5 spread, and that's not too bad. So let's go look at this starting lineup here for Dallas. It's going to be a little interesting. So we do have Abengali. Looks like she's going to be out again today. Projected lineup is Berger, Jones, Paige, Beckers, Segris, and not going to say the last name, but Louise, I think. Louisa? All right, so yeah, so I think right away you got to be looking at Paige Beckers in this one. She is still a little hurt. She's 7,400, but it's one of the highest totals on the slate. I don't expect her to pop off for like 45, 50, but I still expect her to get 35, 40, maybe 41 at the max. So I think she's a solid cash game play. She is a little expensive at 74, so I don't know if you can afford her in GPPs, but I really do like her in cash games. Kelsey Plum could have a little bit more upside here in this one than Paige Beckers. Probably still about 35, 36, but like I said, Plum has more upside. And then you got Julia as well at 5,800. Didn't score at all last time against New York, but still had 14 with 5 rebounds, 6 assists. She's another one of those GPP plays. She's in an all right spot, but she needs to score and get a couple rebounds because her usage rate is not high. So you're really relying on that on the rebounds and the assist for her at 58, so it's a little much. So I have to see what Dallas does here. Grace Berger, JJ, I'm not really into any of them. They didn't really play a ton of minutes last time out. Honestly, the rotation for Dallas last game without Abengeli just was ridiculous if you guys go look at it. So I don't know really where to go here for the Dallas side. I think Hines Allen's an okay cash game play. even with all the craziness, she's still relatively productive. She's not really an offensive player, but she can get it done everywhere else. So don't mind looking at Heinz Allen only at 58. And I think everyone's going to be on Maddie, especially for what she did last time, and her minutes were at 35. So 22-5, 1-1 last time out for Maddie. I think you can look at her again. Obviously, she knows how to shoot the ball. Even in limited time against New York, she still had 13 and 15 real points. So I think you got to look at Maddie, and I think everybody else is going to as well. And then we get to Lee here, or Lie, however you say it. I don't know what this was about. We just popped off for 29 randomly, so that was cool. I think some people might go that way. I don't know what the rotation is going to look like, so they might change the starting lineup. If they do, I'm going to be checking it out, but if not, I think Maddie's going to be the main one. Heinz Allen's safe. Over on the LA side, Jackson, Stevens, Hamby, I think they're all worth a shot. Who's going to go off? I have no idea. Jackson, obviously, she's cheaper at 59. Stevens is playing a little recently, in my opinion. She hasn't really been the greatest. Her minutes kind of been all over as well. So Stevens is she could be the one that pops off today since I'm like, but yeah, Hamby, Stevens, Jackson, they're all in play. I don't know which one yet, but they're all at good price tags. So kind of pick where you need to go. So yeah, should be a good one. That's where you're gonna want to probably spend it for most of your expensive players in this one. Washington and Indiana in this one. We have a 161 at 8.5 spread. So I expect this one to be maybe a little bit closer than what the spread says. I could see Washington having a half decent game in this one. Um, let's go look at Washington real quick. All right, so expected lineup is Sutton, Melbourne, Citron, Kiki, and Dolson. Austin's still going to be out in this one, and JC Sheldon's out as well. So I don't mind looking at Sugg Sutton. I usually don't go that way, but she's only 4,600. She had 11 field goal attempts last time out. And I think, like I said, this was the first game without Austin. So I think Sugg Sutton at 46 is definitely worth a look in GPPs and cash games. Citron as well, 6,500, a little bit more expensive, but she's worth a look. Melbourne GPP, but rather it would have Sutton. Over here at the forward position, Boston is still not in a bad spot, especially with no Austin down low. Kiki's in a good spot at 6,200. Like I said, she kind of saw. Sorry about that, guys. She kind of saw an uptick last time out. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. So she's still in a good spot. 32 minutes she had last time out. So I think she's priced where she should be, but it's all cash game play. And then we got Emily at 4,700. I don't mind taking a shot with her. Last 2 games, she's been doing pretty good, 29, 25. I talked about this earlier in the season on Discord that she needs to have more playing time because she's a really, really good player, and they finally are listening here on the back end of the season with Austin Hurt. So Emily's in a good spot. I like her to get you anywhere from 21 to 24 in this one. So at 4,700, don't mind looking at her. Clark only deep GPP only, but don't need to go that way. I don't think so. A couple all right options. Indiana side, I don't see a ton. I think Howard and Boston could be worth a look, but Howard, as we know, is GPP. She could be boom or bust, especially with her minutes of all kind of been all over the place. So, if anything, go with Boston. But she hasn't been crazy. But like I said, without Austin, I think it could be a half decent spot for her. All right, Seattle and Atlanta. We have a 160 and a 2.5. These guys just played just the other day. No, I think it was 85-76 final or around there. So Canada is going to be out. That's the only thing here for Atlanta. As we know, Howard's back. We got Alicia Gray as well. I don't mind looking at her 11 rebounds. That was slightly shocking for me. If she didn't have those 11 rebounds and had her normal 4 or 5, she probably would have got about 31, 32 fantasy points. So Gray's not a bad option. Is she the top play? I don't think so. I think Howard, on the other hand, you got to look at her. I know she's just coming off an injury, but she played 38 minutes. I think she's fine. She's going to be one of the fresher Atlanta Dream players out there. You know, she's had only a day rest, but she's looking pretty good. I think a lot of people are going to be on her, and I don't mind going back to the well with Howard. She's fresher than most of these other players that are out there. And then you got Diggins and Williams. I think they're okay cash game plays. Brittany Skies came in, and she's not doing too bad. I wouldn't pick her up, but she's not doing too bad in GPPs. Nothing really that I'm feeling down in that area. Over here at the forwards, see what we got going on. Awunike is an alright option for cash games. Brianna Jones, more of a GPP play. Naz Hillman kind of fills up the box score everywhere, so I don't mind looking at her more cash games at 63. And then this is interesting with Dominique. I don't know what happened last game. Did she get hurt? Did she get in foul trouble? They just not play her. But anyway, she only had 4.2 in 13 minutes. So I'm slightly concerned at 5,700. I don't know if I want to pay that much for someone that might get me 13 minutes again. Or she could pop off and go get you 25, 30, 30, 32. So GPP with that one, and that's really it. That game there. Moving on to the last game of the day, we have Las Vegas taking on Phoenix Mercury. We do have a 168 to 4.5 spread. So this game, on the other hand, could be one of the better games. Hopefully, Jackie Young at 69. I think she's definitely worth a spend up here, especially with Plum and other people kind of in that same price tag. I think she can put them as those other players. And then we got Bonner. Bonner's been popping off. 700. She's still in a respectable spot. Not really high usage rate, but still getting to the line, getting the extra rebounds and stuff. So not playing massive minutes, but she's still productive. But the minutes slightly scare me, but she's still in a good spot overall. Not really feeling great. Lloyd could be a GPP spot. Evans is projected to start according to RotoWire, but I don't know about that. We'll have to see. Evans is just terrible, but if she starts maybe. I really want to try to spend up for a Jaya Wilson. I usually don't spend up this much, but she's been on a tear, and as you've seen, there wasn't really any big stars out there that I really cared for. And like I said, I think she could be in one of the better spots. We know how good she is. Um, and she's taken on Phoenix, and they haven't played for a little bit, but last time she did face Phoenix was back in June, and she had 61.1 fantasy points, 26, 18, and 7. So if you need to spin up, I think Ajaya Wilson's your top play. Thomas is in a good spot as well. I think she can probably put up a little bit less than Wilson, or she could put up about the same. Last time against them, she only had 33 fantasy points, 16, 7, and 8. So don't mind Thomas, but I'd rather spin up for Wilson. Not really feeling anyone there. Smith could be an okay GPP play, but that's mostly it. So Wilson's probably the main play in Jackie Young if you can fit her in there. So, all right, let's go plug in a couple people here for you guys. Let's see what we got. So, like I said, I really don't mind Jackie Young. I think she's in a good spot. I do think Ryan Howard has a little bit more upside. I think she's going to be more popular than Jackie Young for an extra 100. So if Howard for some reason sucks and Jackie Young gets you 36, 37, you're going to be in front of probably 25, 30% of the field. Because I do expect Howard to be 25, 30, even higher than that in some contests and ownership wise. So Young is more of a, like I said, ownership pivot. Over here, like I said, I don't mind Citron at all in that area. And then moving down here, Bonner's okay. Not many cheap options down in this area, unless we get a little bit more clear on what's going on with the starting lineups. Probably have to spend a little bit on your guards here. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to have to, like I said, I have my programmer. I'm going to have to see how we do with our projections and see what it comes up with because it's going to look a little interesting. Only at 4,700 and I got two people. So yeah, it's going to be. I mean, there's so many good mid-range options. I'll probably have one with Wilson, one without Wilson. Like I said, Nas Hillman's a good spot. Kiki, as I mentioned, Jackson, Hines Allen, Cecilia. Maddie's going to be the main one that everyone's going to have at 54. And then, like I said, GPP here with Lee, and then I got Emily here at 47 if you need some a little bit of cheaper option, which I definitely recommend her. So, like I said, it's going to take a little bit to change people out if you can't get Wilson, which it's going to be hard not to get her. I mean, Hamby, I guess. Stevens, it's a big drop off after these two. Hamby's probably your better option, but she's 75 already. So, but like I said, a high total over there. So that's what we got going on. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, leave a like. I appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button. Still, about 25% of you are not subscribed. So if you guys could help out the channel, that would be appreciated. And like I said, come hit us up for premium NFL. Only $15 for the rest of the NFL preseason, and we have NBA coming up as well. For our season pass, it's on sale right now. It's over 40% off. So if you guys are interested in the NBA season pass, We will also throw in some NFL in there for you guys as well. Like I said, if you want more information about that, hit us up on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link and message us on there or give us a follow to get our attention, and we'll message you guys as well. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.